Very good morning, students. I'm your teacher Ekta. I hope you all are fine. So, in first part, we have already discussed about question tag, and this is part 2 about question tag. First, we will recall question tags are used for confirmation and for surety. And tags are of two type: positive question tag or negative question tag. If statement is positive, then question tag will be negative, and if statement is negative, then question tag will be positive. Up to this we have discussed. Now we are going to discuss rules of question tag. So rule first is question tag never start with capital letter. As you can see here in the example, two I have written are not, are not in capital letter as well as in small letter. So it always start with small letter. So this one is right and this one is wrong. As you can see here, that example, we are working. When we make that question tag, it always start with small letter. Okay, that's why this one is correct and this is wrong. Second rule, subject of a tag can never be a noun. It is always a pronoun. This is very important. First we will see the example. Kavita has not eaten. Here Kavita is a noun and this tag is negative. How do we come to know? Because there is use of not. When we will make the tag of this sentence, the structure is first we will write this auxiliary verb and then the subject and at last use of question mark. In previous video we have discussed that. So what is the helping verb here? Has. We will write has. This is negative sentence, then question tag of this sentence will be positive. Has. And here Kavita. Kavita is a noun and Kavita is a female, and for female you all know what pronoun we use? We use she. Has, she. So two important rules we have discussed. Whenever we write that question tag, it always start with small letter. We cannot change the tense of the sentence. Third thing, we always use pronoun. We cannot use or write the name of any person or place. So this is clear. Now we will move to rule number 3. In case there is no auxiliary verb in the sentence, then question tag will be like that. You all know very well that in simple present tense or simple past tense, in affirmative sentences, we do not use this do, does and did. We use all these auxiliary verb in negative sentence. So how we will change? If first form of verb is given, then we will use do. Second form of verb, then did. First form of verb with s or es, then does. So this and this, do and does in simple present tense and did in simple past tense. Here are some examples. You like German food. So this is a positive statement, then tag will be negative. And this is the first form of verb. And with you, we do not use s or es. So what helping verb we will use? We will use do. This is positive and we will make it negative. And when we write negative, we always use contracted form. Don't you. Next example, he went to play. You all know very well this is second form of verb and this is simple past tense. And what is the helping verb or auxiliary verb of simple past tense? Did. Then this is positive sentence, then question tag will be negative. Didn't he. I will recall once again. When we write tag, we always start with small letter. We always use pronoun. We never change the tense of that sentence. If statement is positive, then question tag will be negative. If statement is negative, then question tag will be positive. So now here are some more examples are given. If the subject of the statement is this, that, these, those, one, there, then how we will change the tag? Because here Kavita is a noun, so Kavita is a female, we use she. But what we will do if such kind of subject is given? This changes into it. This and that will change into it. These and those, they, one remains the same and there also remains same. So I'm also going to give you some more examples so that this concept can be clear. There are some example. One can hold it dash. This statement is positive, then quotient tag will be negative. As I told you, one never change, it always remains same. So this is positive, so negative of this is can't one. Next sentence, that is his house. This sentence is again positive, then quotient tag will be negative. And when we make the quotient tag, first we write the helping verb. What is the helping verb here? Is. And you know very well, when we make it negative, we always write contracted form. Isn't, and later on, this is the subject, and that changes into it. So what will be the answer? Isn't it? Next sentence, these are animals. Again, this is positive, then quotient tag will be negative. What is the auxiliary verb here? Are, and when we make it negative, aren't. And these changes into they. There are some example. My dear student, in some of the sentences, you can get these words as subject like no one, none, anyone, someone, everyone, everybody, somebody, and nobody. Then what we will do? When we will make the quotient tag, what subject we will use? They all will change into they. There are two examples. No one can say no. This is negative because we have already used no. Then this quotient tag will be positive. Can, and no one changes into they. Then can they. Next sentence, somebody will be there. This is a positive sentence. Then quotient tag will be negative. And always remember, will changes into will not, changes into won't. Then this is positive, so we have to make this negative, won't, and in place of somebody, because somebody is the subject, then it always changes into they. Won't they. If suppose subject is nothing, something, anything, or everything, then it changes into it. Everything is arranged. This is our subject and this is our auxiliary verb. This is positive statement, and then we will make it negative. Isn't. Everything changes into it. Isn't it. So this is the part 2 of quotient tag. Remaining rules we will discuss in part 3. Thank you.